Hey guys, I'm here in Portugal to talk to you about the Nexx X.LIFETOUR helmet. So I've been testing this helmet during the last couple of days around Portugal on a brilliant R1300 RT, but I will tell you about that at a different time. And I wanted to tell you a bit about this helmet actually. So what my highlights about the helmet: flip up helmet, perfect for touring. Still really a sporty style, so it's got the spoiler. It's a relatively small cell for a flip up, so obviously you've got the mechanism, but still it's really compact, which means you get less noise, less weight as well. This is the Carbon X design, which is a fully carbon cell. So I literally have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's a brilliant helmet, good weight. Perfect if you have a sport touring bike or a touring machine and you are going on a big trip, you're going to go through tolls, cities, it may get hot. We all know ventilations do work, but when you open the front and get all that air in your face, it's absolutely amazing. Good thing as well is ECE 2206 rated, which means it's got a locking mechanism, so you can lock the top, the flip mechanism, which means it won't go down on you. So it's fully legal to ride with it open. You've got the sun visor, so brilliant if you have the flip up open. You have the sun visor, so you will avoid anything going into your eyes, which is absolutely great if you ask me. They've really upped their game in the lining. So the lining, the stitching, and the materials have really gone up in quality from previous models. It makes the helmet way more comfortable to wear for ages, really. Good thing as well is they've got different cell sizes, but you can always play with the padding to adjust it. So if you have a slightly narrower face, you can get bigger padding on the sides, or if you have a more like a rounded, you can get a bigger padding on the center, and then you can adjust it to your needs to make it fit you effectively. What else do I have to say? There are a couple of upgrades versus the Billy George. So the Billy George is the previous version. What I found on the Billy George is the Billy George had a full plastic trim here at the bottom. They used to break. When I say it used to break, it breaks after, I think I've done 70,000 miles with mine, okay? And I open it, close it, take it off, put it on, take it off constantly, okay? So after all that time, the trim, because it's one single trim, it used to crack. Which it wasn't really a problem. It's not a safety issue. And Nexx were replacing the trims, would send you a new one, you can install it yourself. So it's not really a big deal, but you wouldn't expect a helmet like this to have those kind of problems. So they fixed it, and they have now the bottom part. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if it's in 3 parts, but it looks like it's actually in 3 parts. So this the back of it is more of a rubbery material instead of hard plastic like the previous one. Really like that as well. If you put the helmet on the ground, it's not a hard plastic that can break, crack, or scratch. It's just rubber. And then you've got these sides on here, which are more of a plastic bit. So, and the reason for it is because it's got pre-fitting for the XCOM 3. And then on the other side, you've got basically a gap where you can put a GoPro mount or an action camera mount, which comes with the helmet, by the way. So you don't need to buy it extra, it comes with the helmet. You can also get another action cam mount at the top, so right behind the bend, it comes here and then it sits at the top, which is really good. They've changed the bends slightly, so they've reduced it to, they've got 2 bends. So you've got the top one, and I will show you what's really good about the top one and the front one. Do they work? Yes, they do. They definitely work. I'm riding an RT. When the screen is all the way to the top, obviously you don't get much air. You still get some at the top. You don't get any at the front, okay? What I've done as well, because it's quite hot, I remove the chin guard. So without the chin guard, you get a really nice airflow from the bottom up. And no, I haven't got any bugs going into the helmet. So, which is really good. What's really good about this ventilation is ventilations on the helmets traditionally sit really flat. On this one, what they've done is they lift it. So, by lifting it, it means it will capture as much air as flows through it. You can see, they've added the little guides at the front, little guides in there. But basically, by lifting it, it will capture more air, and you can really feel it, in all honesty. And then the front one, not a big change on that one, at least not aesthetically, but the top one makes a huge difference. You have the spoiler, and behind the spoiler there are a couple of exhaust vents, so really hard to see them. I don't know if you can see them there, but there are a couple of exhaust. You cannot close them, but obviously the spoiler protects them against any water going in or anything like that. It's been from 22 degrees to 36, I think is now. Yes, it's hot, but it's bearable. Like, it can be done. As long as you are moving, you get a good airflow. You know, open the front visor, drop the sun visor, or wear glasses if you want to, or just open the front, and then you get a lot of air. Before I forget, so the X Design Carbon version comes, well, all of them come with a pin lock, but the X Design comes with the 120 pin lock, which is more premium pin lock, which is always appreciated. Haven't fitted it yet because, well, it's 33 degrees, it's not really causing me any problems, but I would fit it as soon as I get back home. You've got the nose guard, fully removable if you want it. Some people feel a bit asphyxiated by it and like to remove it straight away. And one last thing is the improved mechanism for the visor. So before it was slightly different. It still had a quick release, but this one is even easier. You literally just, you know, pull it down slightly, and that's it, and then just click it. So, and then you could remove it and then push it back, and it's all in place. So yeah, definitely a massive upgrade versus the previous version. The Billy Yor, which is the one with the peak, or the one without the peak, massive upgrade against both of them, both from a features point of view, functionality, safety. Remember, the new ones are ECE 2206 rated, certified, so they go through other certifications. I've got a video that I can show you about the factory, but the key thing is they are ECE certified. And I don't know if you can see, I wear an XL. I wear an XL in all the Klim range, in all the Nexx range, on the Klim jackets as well, but on the Nexx range, I wear an XL. So 61, 62 is true to size. So if you measure your head how, you know, most of the manufacturers and retailers explain you to do it, it's actually spot on. And the weight for the XL is 1750 grams plus minus 50 as usual. That's without accessories. So if you start adding an action cam, if you have already the XCOM, if you put, I don't know, chin straps or whatever you install, obviously will mean that the weight of the helmet can increase massively. But without accessories, 1750, which is pretty average for a carbon flip-up helmet. But what is not average about this helmet is the price. Like, you can grab this helmet for a couple of £100 less than the competitors. So you get a really premium helmet, but a really competitive price. And I think that's what Nexx is they're going for effectively. Like, you know, they're making really premium products, but they're still keeping the price to a price point that it can compete with anything else in the market. Like, I think the Schubert helmets, you're talking about what, £900. This is $599 or $549 or $499, depending the model. So different prices depending if you have plain, pattern, carbon, full carbon, etc. So have a look. I think the distributor in the UK are Motohouse, but you can get them from Adventure Bike Shop, you can get them from Sports Bike Shop, from Infinity, I believe. But if you want to know all the details and make sure the details you are checking are accurate, go to nexxhelmets.co.uk, because, you know, you can buy through them as well. But the main thing is, you know, sometimes retails, when they copy the information, they may mess up. So that way you are sure you get the most accurate information. If you want to know anything else, give me a shout and I will answer any question you may have. Thank you.